Hey guys, my name is Zain and I'm an orchaholic. The last time I bought an orchid was 2 weeks ago in Dresden, but it was an orchid show, it was a must. But I didn't buy too many orchids, so I call it a success. Except yesterday, I bought an orchid again. Only one, and it was only €2. I had to buy it. I missed buying an orchid so much. After all these shows, the Dresden show, the Budapest orchid show, the Klosterneuburg orchid show, which you can watch by clicking on the info cards, I missed buying an orchid. I really missed it. So I had to buy an orchid. So I went to the local garden center to buy lacca bulbs for my orchids. And I've seen orchids discounted for €2. I mean, that's not a lot. And I needed an orchid fix. So I bought an orchid again. But I won't. I hope this is my last one. So I bought an orchid again. I hope you like this tiny little orchaholic thingy. This is my new orchid, and yeah, I bought it because it was like €2. Actually, it was true what I said. I needed a new orchid so much after all these orchid shows, and I was like, no more orchids, Zayn, no more orchids. But then I was in Horvath and I saw this one. This is actually the garden centers right now in Europe are flooded by this one. This is the, as I managed to ID it, this is the Oncidium pupucea something. There is actually quite the variation between the hybrids, or actually the siblings of these, I don't know how to say that, but there is one with really dark flowers. I mean there is a dark spot on the lip and things like that, and this one has like only yellow, green and white in it. So I went for this one. There was the darker one in the stores as well. There is an even darker version which wasn't in the store, so I bought this one because I like this one more. It was discounted, it was like €2, so that's nothing. It's like, oh, I'm buying an orchid. So I went for this one and I was choosing between the flowers. I was like browsing between the flowers there, between these yellowish whitish ones, and I went for this one because there is a really tiny seedling pseudobulb there and it has 2 new growths, so that's okay. Actually it really just looks like one pseudobulb orchid and it's blooming, which is really weird, but orchid nurseries tend to do that with orchids. As I managed to ID this, I realized this is super fragrant. I didn't feel the fragrance yet. I don't know if these flowers will actually be fragrant right now, because since it was discounted and it was like only €2, it is already wilting. There are some flowers which are still rather fresh, but there are a lot of flowers, actually the majority of the flowers are wilted away and they are dry. But I'm okay with that, it was discounted and I needed an orchid and I don't want it to pay for it like €1,000, so it's okay for me. Actually, I was trying to go for the best looking plant and not flower wise, but pseudobulb, leaf and root wise. So I was checking the orchids in the shop, like I was so I grabbed the pseudobulbs and I was shaking them if they are moving in the pot or not, how stable are they, because that can be an indicator of the root system, how good it is, how bad it is, how rotted it is. So look at it, it's not moving that much, so that's actually a good sign. And if I try to grab it and move it, you see that? It's pretty good, so I'm pleased with that one. Also, I was trying to look for the orchids which had the most pseudobulbs, because the more pseudobulbs they have, the more energy they have. And yeah, all these ones were just only one pseudobulb, so I went for the one which has two new growths. Maybe only one growth will grow and the other one will just be there forever. Two new growths is a good sign, so I'm gonna be like, I will fertilize the hell out of it. I will try to not burn the roots, but I will try to put a lot of fertilizer into the spot and into this orchid so it can grow the biggest pseudobulb it is capable of growing. Actually, this top leaf is pretty funny because it's bent back. I don't know how and why is that, but it's pretty funny, but I'm okay with that. It's nothing, you know, it's just a leaf. I don't like the shape of that, but if you see it from distance you cannot even tell that it's a weird shaped leaf, so that's not bad. And talking about the flowers, so when I'm looking for an oncidium-ish type orchid, I started to actually like the small flowered ones more. I don't like the big flowered oncidium types. I don't like, for example, it's not a pure oncidium because it's another species. For example, there is the Roseoblossom grande. It has a huge flower and I don't like it. Why? I just, no, please no. I like tiny flowers on oncidiums, I don't know, that's my preference. And I like this color variation more than the other one. According to Miss Orchid Girl's video, Miss Orchid Girl's old video on the Pupukea, well, it should have a sweet but artificial fragrance. That's, you know, that's very personal, but it gives us a slight idea about the actual fragrance of the orchid. I think I will wait for a few days with these flower spikes because I'm really hoping for a small, slight fragrance that I can feel, because this one should have a powerful fragrance. So I'm okay with something little fragrantish thingies, okay? So please give me a fragrance and I will repot you. So after I manage to feel the fragrance or not, I'm not sure about that yet, I will repot this one because I don't want to rot the root system because it's in coconut husk and it's really wet. It was sitting in water in the store, so that's not a good idea with orchids, you know. And I will repot this one and I will hope that all the two new growths will actually grow to a beautiful big sized pseudobulb, so I will have 2 leads. And 2 leads means at least 2 pseudobulbs with a healthy care, because if all the pseudobulbs will bloom at least with 1 flower spike, that's a win. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna try to do. There are some markings, black markings on the pseudobulbs and on the leaves, but it really looks like it's just a damage, maybe because of the transportation, or maybe when this pseudobulb was younger it got damaged a little bit, but that's just okay. I'm really pleased about the health state of this orchid because it was discounted, and discounted orchids can be a really bad dying orchid stuff business doing plants. That was a weird sentence actually. The other orchid which they were selling for €2 is that special Nelly IRL, which is actually gaining more fame right now in these days because it's just getting to its shops are getting that, the red velvet one, you know, the lip, the one with the dark no pattern lip. But I won't buy Nelly either because they are fussy and I don't want fussy orchids. My species are enough fussy, so I'm not going with Nelly either anymore. I had 2, I killed them because they wanted to die, so yeah, I don't like them that much. Okay, the fragrance is super good, but what I can do, I will bake a lot of citrusy cakes or something so I can feel the lemon scent. This is my orchid and for video for today. I hope you liked the beginning. I wanted to do something else for this video, and I really didn't want to buy an orchid when I was going to Hornbach, but I felt that, oh my god, I need an orchid so much, because after all these orchid shows my body started to give signals to my brain that you need an orchid, you need an orchid, you're an orchid addict, you need a new orchid, you need anything orchid related. I hate seedlings and I was looking for flasks on eBay. That's the level I'm at, okay? And Yeah, I was like super crazy about buying an orchid, so I bought this one and I'm so happy right now. I cannot tell. This addiction is bad. So yeah, this is my video for today. Hope you liked it. If you liked it, like, subscribe, comment, subscribe to my other channel and follow me on Instagram. You can find all the links in the info box down below, and don't forget to check out the info card in the corner, because I will put there the shows I visited and my hauls from the shows, so check them out. They're supposed to be funny or something, whatever. Bye guys.